G'day guys, it's Will from Rosebud Mowers. I thought I'd take the opportunity today to go through a couple of machines with you guys. I see a lot of blokes in the different contractors page, Instagram and things like that, all referring to what sort of machine should I invest in? Should I invest in a stand-on, ride-on? Should I invest in a lap bar, sit-down, zero-turn? Should I invest in a lawn tractor? What sort of budget should I spend? Should I finance? Should I just pay outright? So I'll try and tidy up a few of those issues today and try and help you guys make a decision easier in purchasing what I believe is a couple of really good investments into your lawn care business. We have two machines out here today. We have the 32-inch V-Ride 2 and we also have the 36-inch Liberty Z. Now the cool thing about these both machines is they're opposite ends of the scale as far as price. You have a base model range in the ZTR Scag range, and then you have top of the line commercial machine in the stand-on market. Okay, so two very different machines, two very different price tags, and two very different componentry involved into each machine. Now a lot of the conversation that I see online is that, well, if I'm just starting off, should I just go buy a residential machine? Should I just go buy a Toro time cutter, or a machine of similar sort of price range, about that $5,000 to $6,000 mark? And the answer is, look, it really depends on what you're like as a person. Now, yes, that machine will cut grass. It's going to do a job, okay? Is it going to last thousands of hours of use? No. If you yourself can't handle looking after a machine, so for example, if you're not the sort of bloke that's going to clean your air filters daily, check your oil daily, make sure that there is no obstruction on your deck, blow your machine off every single day, treat your machine nicely, make sure it's strapped down in your trailer. If you're not that sort of bloke that's going to maintain their equipment to a really high quality level, then a residential machine is just not for you. Nor do I believe they're really sort of involved in any lawn care application in that sort of $5,000 to $6,000 range, unless you are so meticulously looking after that machine. Because realistically, even in the domestic application, those machines are built for 500 hours of use, and by the time they get to 500 hours, they're pretty clapped out. So why invest a ton more money into a commercial machine when they both cut grass? Well, the reason is, one, downtime. Downtime is money, okay? The more downtime you spend without your machine, you're not making money. That machine's in the workshop costing you money in repairs and downtime. So investing in a machine that's not going to break down and not going to cost you a fortune in repairs, but is only going to make you money. Now, you spend the money up front on a high quality machine, you're going to save in the future in downtime and repairs. And that is a major thing that everybody's going to get their head around. Don't cheap out, because it's only going to cost you a shit ton of money in the long run. Invest up front, and it's going to save you money and downtime. So what I'll go through today is probably one of the most popular machines in the Australian market right now in the contractors. You'll see tons of these getting sold. Guys like their BJ Wallace, Greg Anderson, Ben Vandergeesen, these sort of blokes rolling around with machines like this. These are guys that have been in the industry a long time and are looking to take their businesses to a level of reliability and quality. And they want to make money. They don't want the downtime. They want to be able to get that machine out of that trailer every day and be able to make money from it. So you see a lot of these machines getting sold all around Australia at the moment through various Scag dealers. So why? Why this machine? Why this particular machine? Well, it's a 32-inch cut. So it's going to fit through most of your standard gates, or if not all of your standard gates. It's going to fit all through your tight access situations. It's going to get into tight little places where you would not be able to get most other machines. Do you need to go with a 32? No, they come in 36, 48, 52, 61s. All different applications. Okay, this particular machine is just growing a lot of traction here right now because people are sick of push mowing in the heat. Nobody wants to push mow in the heat. People just want to stand up, mow the lawn, get the job done fast and make some money. So that brings me to the next question. Why stand on? I want to sit down. Do you though? I used to mow 16 hours a week. Okay, so I used to mow 8 hours a day for 2 days solid on a school camp. And a lot of people have heard me talk about this story. So I used to do 16 hours of mowing over 2 days on a school camp on a large 60-inch ZTR. And it used to kill me. 40-acre property, it used to take me 16 hours to maintain just in ZTR mowing. And I used to get, after those 2 days, I could barely walk. And it used to absolutely kill me. You know, you're sitting down, your back feels absolutely every bit of pressure. You know, you end up getting a little bit lazy. You see sticks over there and you see sticks over here. You can't be bothered getting off the machine to go pick them up and move them out the way. So you just go, fuck it, I'll just run them over. All right? Your visibility is restricted with a sit-down ZTR. It's not good for your body when you're doing large amounts of acreage mowing. And you end up getting complacent and lazy with picking up objects that may or may not be in your way. All right? So, and what I mean, your visibility, look how much higher you are. You're standing nice and high, you can see everything out. You've got a large field of vision all around you. It's easy to get off the machine, pick something up, open a gate, anything like that as well. This particular model, like I said, is the V-Ride 2 32-inch. These are a full-spec commercial machine, okay? We're running the Advantage deck with tapered roller bearing spindles, fully serviceable. You know, you pump grease in these once a week, and mate, they should last you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. Super easy to maintain. You've got an FX Kawasaki engine. This is Kawasaki's commercial engine. This is what you are looking for in a commercial ZTR. You're looking for something with FX in front of it. Kawasaki's just brought out their new EFI models. Even better. Super awesome engines in the larger horsepower ratings. So the FX Kawasaki, got your Donaldson filtration system in here. Awesome for dusty environments. And you can tell, like, I'm on the Mornington Peninsula. This place is sandy, dusty, horrible. This is key down here. Good Donaldson kit. So FX Kawasaki engine, beautiful engine. Advantage deck, like I said before. Maintenance on this machine is super easy. Now I have sped this up a little bit. I've taken all the wing nuts out of the different components so I can pull it all off nice and quickly for you. So the whole front here will come off the machine. And you can come in and have a look. So you can see your 2 tapered roller bearings, spindles there. You know, really nice and easy access to, if a belt does come off, you've got super nice easy access there to get it back on. Nice large idler pulley spring. And again, nice accessibility if that belt does come off at all. You'll notice that the Advantage decks are 3 layers of steel. So 2 layers on the deck itself, and then you have another 3rd supporting layer around your spindles, idler pulleys as well. So absolutely bulletproof machine. Grease points everywhere, okay, over your moving parts. Non-pneumatic tires, so no worries about getting punctures anymore. Obviously, nice slim wheelbase, great operator stance. All your controls are nicely displayed for you. Your blade engagement, your ignition, your choke, your throttle, and your hour meter. This is, or does operate exactly like a sit-down ZTR. You push forward, you go, you pull back, you come back. You split your controls, you go around and around, okay? Your deck height, simply just an arm's reach away. Nice and light, you could literally do it with one finger. So it's super easy, they're all spring loaded, really nice. Really large fuel tank on the side here, fuel gauge, fuel tap. Coming to the back here, take your really comfortable knee pad off, and we'll get into the nitty gritty down here. And this is the important stuff on a commercial machine. And I believe a true commercial machine is running this sort of equipment. So teamed up with your FX Kawasaki engine, you've also got wheel and pump motors. So basically these are large hydraulic pumps in here, and obviously you can see you've got 2 here, and then they are connected by hydraulic hoses down to your wheel motors. Now in the 32-inch, these are 10cc pumps, so more than enough in a machine like this. Absolutely bulletproof design. The awesome thing about Scag is they run charge pumps in all of their transmissions. So it enables that really solid, finite feel. So two pumps, 2 wheel motors, splitting up the transmissions, serviceable transmissions. They're absolutely bulletproof. You should get 5,000 hours out of these transmissions. No problem at all. As long as you are servicing and maintaining. Okay, really nice and accessible. As you can see here, we've got a nice spring-loaded operator's pad. Really comfortable, really nice on the knees and the back. Teamed up with a really comfortable knee pad here as well. So really awesome design, super comfortable, and it really takes a lot of the fatigue away from mowing. Battery's just on the side here, so if you do get a flat battery, that will just fold up and you just connect your battery up to a jump pack or something like that. Pneumatic tyres in the rear, usually run them at about 8 psi depending on your weight. For me, I'm about 90 kilos and 8 psi seems to work for me. If I was a bit heavier than that, I'd probably run them about 10. I find 8's really good for traction. Obviously being a 32 wheelbase is really, really narrow. So traction can be a bit of an issue if you're running high tyre pressures. Okay, so nice low tyre pressures, 8 psi is absolutely fine. No pneumatic tyres on the front, so you don't need to worry about that. So, like I said, fully spec commercial machine. This is a machine that makes you money with zero downtime. All you need to do is make sure you're blowing off your deck, keeping that grass away from your belts and spindles. Oil changes every 50 hours, major surface every 100 hours, blade changes as regular as you feel that you need to. I'm not going to get into a conversation about sharpening blades because everybody's got a different opinion about that. As long as you're keeping up with your oil changes, man, I'm happy. Keep those air filters clean. It's just going to make you money. So 14 grand is retail on this machine, and people go, holy shit, I can never justify spending that amount of money. And what I ask from you guys, the guys out there with the $5,000 machines, do the maths on the last 10 years of maintaining that machine and tell me that you haven't spent over 14 grand, because I guarantee you would have. So a machine with pretty much very little maintenance costs except filters, oil filters, air filters, fuel filters, plugs, and oil. Super serviceable machine, you can do it at home. Right, next machine we've got, and this is for the guys that don't want to spend the 14 grand. And I know there's guys going to be out there going to go, but that's a residential model. And yeah, it is. It's a Scag residential model. The thing that people don't understand with Scag, their quality, no matter what model they are, they all go by the same motto. And that is an excellent build quality, simply the best. They just don't sacrifice quality no matter what model they're in. Even though this is a residential model in their product lineup, they still build them to the highest specification. And that comes with a price tag. 8.5 grand retail on a machine like this, and you go, holy crap, I can get a residential machine for far less than that. Yeah, but it's not gonna last you like this machine will. Full tubular welded frame, one of the thickest fabricated decks in its product range towards other machines of equivalent value. FS Kawasaki engine, so you're still getting your V-twin engine. No, it doesn't come out with the Donaldson filtration kit like the FX does, but still a fantastic engine. Now you can actually retrofit a Donaldson kit onto this. Roy Gripsky sell a Donaldson kit, part number Cowie kit number 1, I believe, for the 18 horsepower, and anything above the 18 horsepower will be Cowie kit number 2 for your larger Donaldson kits. All right, so they retrofit straight on. Mate, it's like a half an hour install, costs you about $500, $550. Best investment you ever make on a residential machine. So, V-twin Kawasaki engine. Transmissions, that's the big point, right? Because transmission's going to be the most expensive thing on the machine. If you mess up a transmission, it's going to cost you. Most dealers will say, mate, sorry, if you bugger up a transmission, that machine's pointless to replace. Or that machine's pointless to repair. And it's true, transmissions are expensive. This machine comes kitted out with two ZT 2800 transmissions, spin-on filters. The cool thing about this machine that no other product or no other brand in this price range does is charge pumps. Now, charge pumps will sustain a constant oil flow in those transmissions, enabling better lubrication and better drive. Okay, so no lag. No lag. They're always pumping a beautiful amount of oil, and they're both just running absolutely in sync with each other. Great transmissions. Charge pumps, man. I wish more manufacturers put charge pumps in their transmissions. For some reason, they just don't want to add that added expense. But I believe any good ZTR will have charge pumps in their transmissions. The one thing that's not talked about enough. Anyway, won't get too much into it. Fantastic machine. Again, you know, you've got your handbrake, you've got your foot pedal for deck lift up and down. So you've still got your pin adjuster here, so you can go from 1 1/4 or 1.5 inches all the way up to 4.5 inches, just with a simple pin. Really nice and easy, and you can still feather your deck. You've got a transit lock here to lift it up, and your deck's going to go up and down really nicely. And then if you go all the way up, it's just going to automatically lock into place for you. So really awesome design. Seat It's not a full-blown suspension seat. Again, this is a sub $10,000 mower, but it does have springs, 3 springs loaded into the seat at the back there for a little bit of extra comfort. If you have back issues and you feel that you're going to spend a large amount of time on a ZTR, this is not the machine for you, right? You will get a sore back not being a full-blown suspension seat. Okay, you can obviously upgrade to a full-blown suspension seat if that's what you want to do, but please note that yes, this machine, if you have back issues, if you're going to spend large amounts of hours on a machine, you may want to consider that no, it's not the most comfortable machine not having a suspension seat. I have sold, this will be my biggest selling mower at the moment. We sell tons and tons and tons of these machines into the commercial market, the domestic market, the landowner market. People love them. They're small, they're nimble, they can get anywhere. 36-inch cut, they will struggle to get through a standard gate. In saying that, it depends how the gate's hinged. What I recommend with guys, before investing in any machine, go around and measure your gates, right? Spend 2 weeks going around to all your jobs. Every job you go to, just measure the gate. Any job that you quote in the future, measure your gates. See if you can get your machine in there, because that will dictate what jobs you do and how you quote jobs. Mate, if you can get a machine like this or that into any job, would you not sit on a ZTR or stand on a ZTR versus pushing a mower? I know what I would do. So no matter what machine you choose in the Scag range, you're getting a good machine. You're getting a machine that's going to be reliable, and you're going to get a machine with minimal to no downtime, and that is key in our industry. Absolutely key. Brings me to my next point. Do I have to buy a Scag? No. Buy what you're comfortable with. Don't listen to all the haters out there telling you which machine. Buy a Walker, buy a Gravely, buy a Hustler, buy a Ferris. Do your own independent research and see what you want to purchase. Evaluate engine, transmission, serviceability of a machine. Do you need to go to that dealer where you bought that machine and get it serviced? No. For example, with Scag, Hustler or Gravely, most of them run Kawasaki engines. Any dealer can service a Kawasaki engine. Okay, 99.9% of dealers out there are Kawasaki agents. Everybody has a Roy Gripsky account. They are, in Australia, the distributor for Kawasaki. So no, if I buy this machine from a Scag dealer, do I need to go back to that Scag dealer and get it serviced? Well, you might not have a good relationship with them. They might not be able to service it fast enough for you. Go to your local dealer who you have a good relationship with. If they are a Kawasaki agent, inside warranty, they can service this machine. And like I said, 99.9% of dealers out there are Kawasaki, Kohler or Briggs agents, depending on what engine choice you choose and you'll ride on. So if you are looking into getting into the stand-on or ZTR market, there are some really good blokes out there to talk to. You can hit me up. You've got Greg Anderson rolling around on a 32 V-Ride. You've got Ben Vandergiesen. He is a really good bloke to talk to. You know, he's rolling around on a Scag 48 V-Ride. He's got a Bush Ranger at the moment. He demos all sorts of machines. You've got BJ Wallace at the Bearded Lawnsman, the funniest man on earth. I love that guy. He's rolling around on a Tiger Cat 2 and a 32 V-Ride. He's really good to talk to. You've got Martin Safini from Mowing and Growing. He's rolling around on a 61-inch V-Ride and a couple of Toros. So talk to these blokes who have thousands of hours experience on machines. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy a Scag. I'm telling you to invest in a machine worth investing in. Spend the money up front and don't spend it on repairs. Have a good day, guys. Have a Merry Christmas. Hit me up if you've got any information you want to talk about. Thank you.